Imagine that a billionaire would come up to you and he would say, I've got a job opportunity for you. You will have to sit at a desk and press a red button because I tell you to. You'll press it at least once a minute. Nothing will happen, and you could press it more often if you want to, but press it at least once a minute. Do it 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, 1 year straight. No days off, no monthly paychecks, but at the end of this year, you will get $381 million. Would you do it? Would you take up this amazing opportunity? Now, most people will probably say, yes, absolutely. I don't need to think about it. I don't care about the fact that it's a boring job or the fact that I get no days off. I'll take the job and I'll bring up the discipline and start spamming that button every day, right? And this is quite interesting if you think about it, because there are so many people right now that are struggling to bring up discipline. They say, I can never find the discipline to work towards my goals. They go on YouTube searching for videos to learn more about discipline. But if these very same people would be placed in this opportunity, then suddenly they don't struggle to bring up discipline anymore. If they get a little bit ill or they are feeling tired, they tell themselves, F it. I don't care one single bit about the fact that I'm tired. I'm dragging my ass to that job and I'll start spamming that red button for 8 hours a day because I want the $381 million. And so this raises a very interesting question. Is discipline actually the problem that these people were having? Or is there something else going on? Because if you really think about it, these people didn't actually lack discipline. They had the discipline when they needed it. But these people just struggled to bring up the discipline for the goals that they had previously been focusing on. You see, this is the thing about discipline. Our ability to bring up discipline is dependent on a couple of things. Goals, what goals we have and how big and inspiring our goals are. Our confidence that we can actually achieve our goals, and our knowledge of what we should do to work towards these goals. And in this example, we have all of these things. The goal is big enough to inspire us. The goal is more than big enough to inspire us. 1 year, $381 million. Yes, there's something we are willing to work hard for, right? We know what we should do. Press the red button. Easy enough. Everyone can understand that. And we are confident that we can actually do it. Because yes, it kind of sucks that the job is boring and that we get no days off. But I mean, 8 hours of work a day, 1 year is just 1 year without vacation. That is something we can realistically do. And so we know what we should do. We are confident that we can do it. And it is something that we really want to do. And so it starts to become easy for us to bring up the discipline to actually do it. Whenever we have a day where we don't feel like it, we think about these things. $381 million, spam a red button. Yep, that's something I can do. Oh well, f it. Let's go to the job anyway. It's easy for us to bring up the discipline because these three factors are in place. And that is exactly the problem that we have most of the time when we are struggling to bring up the discipline for the goals that we are working on. We don't have these three factors in order. For example, if you start your own business, your knowledge of what to do is very low. Starting your own business is very confusing. You don't know exactly what you should do. So many things that you should learn about. There are so many things that you can't know before you have to make a decision. So it's all vague and it's all very confusing. The reward, the goal. It's not like you can work on your business for 1,000 hours and then if you've completed 1,000 hours, you have earned your first million or something. Life is not a video game. It doesn't work like that. And so the reward is uncertain. A lot of people don't even really set solid goals. And so because you don't know exactly what you have to do, and because the reward is uncertain, your confidence that you can achieve the reward starts to drop as well. Similar story when you go to the gym. What should you do? If you're a beginner and you go on the internet or you go to the gym and you see all these different machines and then you read all these different routines on the internet, which one should you pick? You don't know exactly what you should do. your knowledge is low. The reward is uncertain because you can't just pick one routine and do that routine for a certain time frame and then end up with a certain body. Just like in business, that's not how real life works, right? So you don't know exactly what to do, you don't know exactly what the reward is going to be, your confidence is going to be low, and that's exactly why it becomes hard to bring up the discipline to work on things like your body or a business when you actually need the discipline. These three factors are not that clear to us. The clearer they become, the easier it becomes to bring up discipline. Think about this. For example, if there would be one magical bodybuilding routine that told you exactly what you should do, follow these exercises 4 days a week, do it for 1 year straight, and you'll end up with exactly this body, there would be so many more people going to the gym consistently, right? There would be so many more people that bring up the discipline to go to the gym even when they don't feel like it. Because they know exactly what they should do and they know exactly what they are going to get. If there would be an entrepreneur's guide that tells you exactly what to do step by step, and if you've completed all the steps, then you have earned exactly $1 million, there would be so many more people that consistently work on their own business with discipline. People that struggle to bring up discipline right now, they would not struggle to bring up discipline if they would have that guide. Because discipline itself isn't the only thing. It's not about how much discipline we have, but it is much more about our ability to bring up the discipline when we actually need it. So what can we do about it? How do we level up our ability to bring up discipline? Well, first of all, I'd like to make 100% clear that I am not trying to undervalue discipline itself. Discipline is an important life skill. You are going to need discipline. And yes, discipline is a trainable skill. So by all means, level up your discipline. It is going to help you. But the real point I'm trying to make in this video is that our ability to bring up the discipline is dependent on our goals, how inspiring our goals are, the confidence that we have that we can achieve our goals, and our knowledge of what we have to do to work towards these goals. And I think that a lot of people are not quite focusing on developing these three factors. So do that. Do exactly that. Goals. Spend time thinking about what your goals are in life. Pen and paper, an app, whichever you prefer. Write down your goals. If you need to, if you don't know what your life goals are, invest a day of your life. I'm not even kidding. Invest a full day of your life and just sit there. Sit in a chair, go out in nature, whatever. Meditate. Meditate on the meaning of life. Ask yourself, what do you think is important in life? What are your life goals? And then translate them to yearly, monthly, weekly, daily goals. Write them all down and make them big. Because you need big goals. A small goal is not going to inspire you enough when you actually need it. So set big goals, but make sure that they remain realistic. Because this takes us to the next point, confidence. If you have unrealistic goals, well, you're probably not an idiot. So if your goals are unrealistic, you are not going to believe that you can actually work towards them. And so you have no confidence that you will ever achieve your goals. So your goals should be big, but realistic. Also, remain true to the promises that you have made to yourself. This one is so important as well. Because every time that you don't, every time that you have planned to go to the gym or to work or to study for 1 hour a day and you don't do it, you end up failing. You can see yourself failing. You can see that you didn't actually work towards your goals. And so you start to perceive yourself as someone that can't work towards his goals. And obviously your confidence that you can achieve your goal starts to drop. You need to be able to see that you can actually work towards your goals in order for you to believe that you can eventually achieve them. And last but not least, knowledge. Educate yourself. Whether that be on Google, YouTube, courses, books, whatever it is. Educate yourself on what you have to do to work towards your goals and start looking for mentors. I know this one sounds a little bit intimidating to a lot of people, especially young people, but really having someone that is like an expert in the field that you want to get in, that is going to make a drastic change in your life. Someone that knows things that you don't know yet, someone that has experience doing what you want to do, so that can share his knowledge with you, that can coach you through the progress, that's going to make a world of difference. Now, yes, it is hard to find mentors. I'm going to have to be honest, I'm struggling to find mentors on quite some aspects of my life as well. But it is worth at least looking for them, because if you do end up finding one, that is going to accelerate your progress by so much. It's just unreal. So look for mentors and spend time with like-minded people. This one also matters. Doesn't even have to be in real life. You can go on internet communities or join Discord servers or whatever, but spend time discussing the things that you are interested in with like-minded people. And the more that you do these things, you develop your goals, you develop your confidence, and you develop your knowledge, the easier it will become to bring up discipline. Now, if you thought, wow, Rob, my mind is blown, such amazing knowledge you've provided us in this video, more people need to hear about this, then by all means, share this video with a friend.